check the link in the description box for where you can buy your Carbivore T-shirt. Hello everyone, and I am back with another video that is going to feature the Just egg. This is the vegan egg from the company Just, which used to be Hampton Creek. They have their Just egg which you can scramble, and I've read you can also use it in baking. I don't specifically see anywhere here where it talks about using it for baking, but someone asked, so I said I will try it. And specifically someone was asking about using the Just egg in a traditional cake mix, because many of the cake mixes out there, especially the Duncan Hines cake mixes, are vegan, and some of the egg replacers, perhaps like flax eggs or chia seed eggs, don't work so well with cake mixes. The other thing I have not tried, however, is a can of Coke. They say that works well. But to do this, and just to satisfy my curiosity, and if you're curious about this, and if you have the Just egg or access to the Just egg and want to use it for baking, we're going to see how it turns out. So just to tell you first, it says for this Duncan Hines package that you need, this is a red velvet cake, you need 1 1/4 cup water, 3 eggs, and 1/3 of a cup of oil. Now, I really, from what I remember from before, 1 egg is about 3 tablespoons or so. So, I don't really want to use that much. I think I'm going to put the equivalent of 2 eggs in here, and if it does its job, it will work, and we'll just see how it turns out. That's just me, because I don't want to use all of this on this cake mix, but I do want to try it. So I'm going to get this cut open, and I'm going to start to put my ingredients in here. Obviously, we're not going to know how it goes until it's starting to bake. Speaking of which, let me get my oven on. So I'm just going to put my mix in here. You know what, guys? I will get it mixed up and come back. You know what I'll do? I'll mix the other ingredients in here, and then I'll come back and show you that I put the Just egg in there and how much I put, and then we'll bake. I was going to make these into cupcakes, but because, you know, cakes where they don't rise properly often have a problem in the middle, I think I'm going to make it as a cake to see how well it does, versus cupcakes might turn out a little bit better even without egg. That's just a guess. But making it as a bigger cake, you're going to have that risk of, is the middle going to sink? So I'm going to try making it as a cake just to see how does the Just egg do. Okay, I will be back shortly. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I just took my hand beater mixer here, and it looks beautifully smooth. Now, I'm not saying, of course, that the Duncan Hines cake mix with some of the stuff it has in here is healthy. That's not the issue here, but the issue is for people who want to pick up a cake mix that's ready-made, that's easy, you don't have to worry about the proper measurements, and you just want to do what you used to do before, which was get a cake mix, put some eggs in there, and be on your way. Will this work? So I'm about to now put, it's going to be 6 tablespoons of the Just egg in here, okay? This, unlike some other recipes, doesn't have like a measurement for making it with less eggs. It does say you can make it without the oil and add applesauce. Okay, I'm putting 1 more egg, and I guess the last bit of this I'll cook tomorrow. Let me just see here. Okay, so I'm going to just mix it up, and I'm going to get it into a cake pan. Okay, this is one thing I'm going to be able to do that I couldn't do with with eggs. I'm going to taste this right off my fingers. Tastes good. None of that horrible eggy taste, or worse, chance of getting sick from eating real eggs in here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Came up really thick and nice, fluffy. So I've got enough for 5 cupcakes. 1 cake pan, I've put it, you know, sort of halfway, a little bit lower. I want to see how well this rises as well. And I'm going to get this in the oven. Let me see what it says here in terms of times. So maybe 30 minutes. It says two 8-inch pans, 35 to 38 minutes. I'm going to put it in for about 35 minutes, and the cupcakes say about 19 minutes. So I'm going to get that started. I'll be back. Okay, so it has been 19 minutes, and I've taken the cupcakes out. The cake is still baking. and I will be back. Okay, so this is the final result, and as I looked in the oven, I could see that the cake had risen nicely in the middle. When I took out the cupcakes, it was still kind of sunken low, but it looks as though it has completely come up nicely. And I always stick a knife in to make sure. Yeah, that has come out perfectly. That's perfect. I'm just going to cut a little piece and taste it. So far this looks like a perfect replacement, and as you know, I did not put the full amount of eggs. Oops, let's see the, well, the egg conversion, that is. Okay. It's a little bit warm, so maybe this is a little bit, what do you call it? More likely to fall apart, but let me taste it. Okay. Tastes good. It has that moist taste to it. I think I'm going to let it cool down longer. And then I will put the icing on this. But so far, this is a really good replacement. It's working. I will update you guys if once it's cool and I put the icing on and I cut it, if it seems to be falling apart more. In that case, maybe something like part of that egg plus a bit of a flax egg for that gelatinous factor might be helpful. But right now it looks like it's worked and worked well. So I will update you guys if there's any issue. Okay, so this might be hard to see. But yeah, it's still warm, but it's cooled a bit. My observations is it's fine. As I cut this one now, it did not crumble. That said, I would say, and maybe it is a while since I've had a cake mix like this, but it seems slightly drier. I just had an idea. Anyway, it's okay how I make my vegan cupcakes. But anyway, so it comes out nicely, like look. The only thing I would suggest possibly is maybe adding a little more oil. But I mean, look, it's still firm, it's still nice, it's light, it's fluffy, but it just perhaps seems slightly dry, and that's just, it's not really dry, it's just maybe I'm thinking of it compared to my cupcakes. If I were to do this again, I'll tell you what I probably would do. I'd like a quarter cup of vegan yogurt to this and see. I mean, it's actually really good as it is, but that's just me. I'm always thinking of how to make something different. In any case, guys, there you go. It is held up well. Red velvet cake. I'll definitely, I would try this again. I would probably try it with the Follow Your Heart egg as well. But it worked. For anyone who was curious, yes, you can bake with the Just Egg, at least a regular cake mix. Thanks for watching. Okay, I have just finished my pack of the Just Egg, my container, and it's Wednesday, so I opened it, I think a week ago, yeah. And look, someone said it was made in Canada. Here I was looking down at like, oh, San Francisco. It's made in Canada. Why can't we get it in Canada? And shouldn't it be available in Canada at a lower price because it's got to be shipped from here to the States? Hopefully we will get it soon. I have to tell you, I just had another scramble with this, finished off the container, with the mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, and some cheese. It's really, this is, a perfect egg replacement. It doesn't have to taste 100% like egg. It's just so egg-like, and it's just exactly the experience you want, like with an egg scramble. So anyway, yeah, it's made in Canada. Can we get it here, please?